Are you truly here? Please, will you be serious according to my definition of what it is to be serious, please? And check it in your own experience. To be serious is to be immediately and continuously attentive, to be listening in your own experience, not in some second-hand experience, which is all that you've read and heard before. You must listen new. Otherwise you're old, and I cannot communicate to you because you don't want me to, and I can't penetrate the old in you. So please, be new, be now, be attentive, and listen in your own experience, because I may say something that's not the truth, and that's intolerable to the truth. And you've got to keep checking everything in your own experience. For only what is in your experience is in the truth for you. Everything else is imagination and hoping and wishing, except when I speak to you, there is something that may not be in your immediate experience, but it will have the ring of truth in it, the sound of truth. And you will know that by listening with your whole body, which is what it is to listen with your your own experience, your whole body, and not just to listen with your silly, conditioned, judgmental, and selective mind. The mind is the only burden on man and woman. Nothing else. Nothing else is the burden but the mind, which comes out of the emotions. Now, immediacy is a sure sign of reality. So when I ask you to be here immediately, you are as close to consciousness as you can be when you are immediate. So I want to speak again about the only two things in your entire existence which are real. Because nothing else in your existence is real. Your mother and father are not real. Your children are not real. Your job is not real. Your lover is not real. Your house and nothing that you possess, your car, nothing is real in this existence. But I show you what is real in this existence, which is the rarest thing that can ever be done for you. That's why I ask you to be as attentive, as serious as you can be. Because it is not easy to hear what is new, what is immediate, and what is real. And it's certainly not easy to apply that. So I've dismissed the whole of existence as being unreal. Nothing is worthwhile except the whole of existence is worthwhile. The whole of it. Not what you're doing, not what you've built, not your bank account. Nothing, it's all partial. But the whole of existence has an integrity which is beyond our comprehension. Not the little parts, they just contribute to the whole. But we seem to live as though it was real what we are doing, what we're building. But it is a relative reality, your daily living life and mine. It's only a relative reality in relation to sense perception. It's not real because it's going to disappear, and every person that you love, including your own body, is going to die. And anything that dies can't be real. Now, there is a thing called a pure intelligence. It is very, very rare on this planet. That's why it's called pure intelligence and not just intelligence. Because intelligence, as I've said, is what everybody is using out there in the university, and all the professors and all the scientific gentlemen and all the computer operators and programmers and whatever they call it. They're all intelligent, but they're not pure intelligence. So everything that they do will pass away. Nothing will continue the same. Even as the scientists have discovered, they were so sure. They were so sure, although I've been telling them differently for 20 years, they were so sure that there was nothing could exceed the speed of light. Well, now I hear that something has happened where they think that something might be able to go faster than the speed of light, which just shows how slow they are. Because my consciousness is faster than the speed of light, and so is the consciousness of the realized truth of God. That's why it's so rare too. And that's intelligence, pure intelligence, not just intelligence that understands and that learns. So there's pure intelligence. Then there is pure sensation. Now, pure sensation must not be confused with false sensation. I'll describe the difference to you. All emotions, all feelings are false sensation. They move in a certain way, emotions and feelings. They're moving in a certain way. And they can give the impression that they are sensation. And you could think or surmise that when you are practicing this of putting your pure intelligence on sensation, you could draw the conclusion that you're in that state when you are focusing on your emotions, your feelings, because they're a false sensation. There is no truth in any feeling that you have or ever will have. Now that could be quite straightforward, couldn't it, if you could only prove the truth of that in your own experience. Every error that you've ever made has been due to you acting off your feelings. And every error you will ever make again will be because you're acting off your feelings instead of the fact and the truth. So, feelings and emotions can give the appearance of being true or pure sensation, and they are just the opposite. Now, it is my job to demonstrate to you what pure sensation is. For there's only the two realities in your entire existence. I've wiped out everything else because it all dies and passes away. But these two things will never, ever die or pass away. They might disappear in what is called sleep, but they have not passed away. It's just that you can't register them anymore because you're not there anymore. You've gone into another place where you can't register as you can here. And they are the two realities in your existence. The only things that are true is your pure intelligence, which doesn't have any thought in it whatever. Now you are looking at the speaker. Now it is pure intelligence to be able to look at the speaker without interpreting what the speaker's saying. But the usual error is to interpret what I'm saying through your conditioning or through your mind or through your emotions. As a result of most of the humanity doing that, it then results in a monitor inside your head, inside your body, that surprisingly has conversations with you, and you have conversations with it. It tells you, well, that's good, oh, that's not good, or it tells you, yes, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. It tells you everything that's unnecessary because it's your body that's doing it, and this little Sir Echo is telling you what your body's doing and is giving an opinion because you have entertained it instead of being pure intelligence. So you get the echo of existence through your memory and this conversation, this monitor, this phony little Sir Echo that you get inside your head to comment on it when you're making love. When you're doing anything, it will comment and you will think it's all right. But it's not all right. It's not all right. It brings despair because there's two of you in the one body. One that's unintelligent, which is little Sir Echo, and the other one which is your struggling intelligence, which this little Sir Echo is using. And so you're not pure intelligence. And that's the whole human race. This happens to the whole human race. It just doesn't happen to you or the person next to you. Every 6 billion of them have the conversation going on inside their head because they're unintelligent. Well, when you're intelligent, you don't have conversations going on inside your head. Are you hearing me? All I'm doing is endeavoring to describe to you the value of becoming intelligent. If you went out into the university and said what I'm just saying, there'd probably be great guffaws and protests, because they all think they're intelligent. But it's a false intelligence. It's a mental intelligence. It's a psychological intelligence. It's not real and it's not true. For pure intelligence never moves. And we know what intelligence, the other intelligence, does. It's always thinking, always working things out. Always striving, like the professors out there, always professing, but never knowing anything. No knowledge, all professing to know. And the students, because the professors don't know, the students will never know. Only when the master knows and doesn't profess to know can he help his students. Are you getting the picture, please? Because I'm talking about the whole of humanity. And I'm endeavoring to help you to be different to the normal condition of humanity so that you can become natural, for it is natural to be pure intelligence, to have pure intelligence. That is the natural state of man and woman. But it has become sullied by emotions, by screaming fits, by anger, by greed, by opinions, terrible opinions. Everybody's got an opinion about everything, and no opinion is worth that, as no feeling is worth that, and no emotion is worth that, because that's all false. So that's where we are. That's why I want you still as you can be and as serious you can be in the sense of being fully attentive. Because I can penetrate you, I can change you deep down inside of you, underneath your conditioning, if you are only willing to be changed, to be new. That's all I need you to do, is to be new. And I penetrate you. I go into the very depths of your psyche, under your conditioning, into your subconscious, and change it and turn it all around. And you mightn't get the effects for several days or several weeks, but sooner or later, I will arise in you, and you will have the knowledge of something